North Shore's playoff road to the 6A Division I state title game in Arlington was filled with state championship caliber programs that include Katy, Cy-Fair, and Lake Travis. Awaiting them was a talented Duncanville team that was battle-tested as well. Convincing wins over state powers Allen and South Lake Carroll had the Panthers believing they could pull off the upset over a team that was being discussed as one of the best to come out of Houston in a long time. North Shore would win the coin toss and elected to defer. That decision proved to be the right one as the Mustang defense would step up on the very first play of the ballgame. Senior defensive tackle Jordan Revels breaking through to force a fumble right into the waiting arms of Ashton Reynolds, and before fans could even take their seats, the Mustangs take a quick 7-0 lead. Despite that early disaster, Duncanville would start to settle down, scoring on their next two possessions. With the opening jitters behind them, junior tailback Tristan Smith goes in untouched from 19 yards out to put the Panthers up 10-7. The North Shore offense would waste little time responding, as they've done all year long. Quarterback Dematrius Davis and Shadrack Banks, both just sophomores, hook up on a deep ball, this one covering half the field to put the Mustangs back on top 15-10. Duncanville's potent ground game would give the North Shore defense fits all night long, and they would cap another scoring drive with Smith covering the final 6 yards to put the Panthers back on top 17-15. It would take North Shore all of one play to regain the lead. The Davis-Banks connection doing the damage once again. Banks holds off the Panthers secondary, electrifying the crowd with this 80-yard touchdown reception, and the Mustangs are back on top 22-17. In the second quarter, the North Shore defense would stiffen, holding Duncanville to just 3 points and extending the lead at halftime to 29-20 as Davis, showing some poise and footwork beyond his years, buys enough time to find a wide-open John Gentry as the Mustangs take the lead and all the momentum into the locker room. As the second half unfolded, the defenses took control of the game, both pitching a shutout. North Shore's Corey Flagg anchoring the middle of the Mustangs defense all year, and here forces the Panthers to settle for a field goal on the opening play of the fourth quarter. After another 3-and-out by the North Shore offense, Duncanville would retake the lead. The fumble snap by junior quarterback Jaquindon Jackson gets handed off just in time to Tristan Smith. He goes 50 yards, and Duncanville goes back in the lead, 30-29. North Shore would respond with a clock-draining drive, and then the best play call of the night as they fake the handoff to Zach Evans and hit defensive tackle turned tight end Jordan Revels for the touchdown. The two-point conversion fails, so it's North Shore 35, Duncanville 30 midway through the fourth quarter. Duncanville would match that drive with an impressive one of their own. Jaquindon Jackson gets the final 5 of a game-high 226 yards on the night as they stun the North Shore crowd, regaining the lead 36-35 with just a minute left to play. The Mustangs' hope of an undefeated state championship season very much on the line as they start to put together a drive to try and get into field goal range with just one timeout. Davis would then calmly lead the Mustangs out to midfield with a key completion here to Chance Pilar. After the Mustangs burned their final timeout, the hopes of a championship season came down to just one play and 3 seconds left on the clock. With a 3-man rush and 8 defenders back in coverage, Dematrius Davis moves around, buys just enough time to heave it 45 yards to the back of the end zone. North Shore senior A.J. Carter uses all 6 feet 2 inches of his frame to go up and come down with a jump ball, just in bounds and no time left on the clock. North Shore comes from behind to win it in the most dramatic fashion. 41-36 is the final, and the Mustangs finish the season undefeated, winning their 3rd state championship in school history.
Hey, my coach, this practice, hard practice, routine stuff. You know, we practice that. We practice this at practice all the time, so you know, we just come down to it.
The point of a Hail Mary, we're supposed to tip it back in so one of the other guys could get it, but instead of the tip, he caught it. And it's just like when he caught the ball and landed and them hands flew up, everybody's mind just went blank. Everything went blank, everything blacked out.
That's crazy. You know, as much as we work on it in practice, you know, we felt like it was gonna happen. It just came down with it. He probably hurt right now with the way he came down, but AJ just made an unbelievable catch.
For head coach John Kay, it was a game that he knew could come down to whoever had the ball last, and he felt fortunate to have it for that final minute of play.
Well, it's one of those things that they call it a Hail Mary for a reason, you know. So we got 3 seconds left. There's not going to be enough time to have another play. It's one of those things you work on Thursdays, and took the headset off, and there's going to be a spectator like everybody else. So, you know, we burned the timeout just to make sure we could talk about it one last time. Told Dematrius, just make sure you give him a chance, drop it in the end zone. We got some good receivers and with great heart, and see AJ go up there and go make a play. It was pretty special.
Dematrius Davis earned offensive MVP honors, throwing for 333 yards and 5 touchdowns, and came away from this one impressed with a Duncanville defense that ranks as the best he's faced.
Duncanville has a very, very good D-line. Like, their D-line is very good. I'm surprised all of them don't have crazy D1 offers, because they were crazily good.
We knew it was going to be like staring in a mirror, so there was no question that it was going to be this kind of a game. You know, I didn't really script it coming down to a Hail Mary at the end of the game, but I knew that it was going to be a back and forth affair because both teams are talented and we play very, very similar styles of football. Proud of both communities to get here. You know, it's not every year in the UIL State Championship that you see 2 communities like ours and Duncanville's, and I'm very proud to be part of that right now, and to see those kids just go out there and battle. You know, I think that was a great representation of Texas high school football.